the one reasonable statement you've made all summer.
You suspect, then? Clodagh and Martin?
Let's not be too specific. Let's just agree that young marriages don't need hangers-on.
All this cloud and rain is being driven along.
All right, darling, I'll see you later. Bye.
Out in the Atlantic, unsettled for the next few days.
That was Martin. He's going to be late. It's a celebration for his partnership. When would you like to eat?
I'm not hungry. You said you'd make me better.
You are better. You look better.
I'm falling apart, Ali.
Sorry. We did try.
Oh, yes, you all tried. Unfortunately, I'm a hopeless case. Do you know why I went abroad?
Got a job in Hong Kong.
No, I couldn't face it, Ali. Just couldn't face seeing you with him. Still can't.
What are you talking about?
He's inadequate, isn't he? Not much experience. Doesn't really know how to please. He can't satisfy you. But I know. Oh, I could please you, Ali. I could please you better than anyone.
It's no good.
Oh, you're not in love with him. He can't give you what you need.
I'm going to look at the children.
It's too short. Oh, got more. Well, let me have it then.
Thank you. That's very jolly. I think that'll look very festive.
The forecast says it'll hold. God seems to have smiled on us after all.
You wouldn't have dared do otherwise, Mother. I'm off to round up white elephants with Alice.
After the fete, we shall discuss your plans for the future.
Am I supposed to have some?
Well, this arrangement can't go on forever.
You mean you want me to move up?
No, of course your mother doesn't mean that.
I rather think I do, Rafe. Not immediately, of course, but soon.
Well, where's she supposed to go? Windover isn't ready yet.
You lived in London once, quite happily. You worked, you supported yourself.
London.
I'm not ready to make that kind of decision yet. If you're hell-bent on throwing me out, Alice will give me a room for the time being. Fine.
That was a damn fool thing to do.
So when do you leave? Have I overstayed my welcome? I'll go tonight when this is all over.
Back to Dummeridge?
Yeah, I might.
Here. It's the best I can do with them. You wonder at people paying good money for this kind of rubbish.
I expect they'll be the first to sell. Thanks, Gwen.
It's all right. Don't mind making myself useful. There's not enough of it when Miss Clodagh's around.
Sorry?
She's been doing a lot of what I consider my job, especially with the kiddies. Charlie's really taken to her, hasn't he?
Gwen, can we talk about this on Monday?
Mother's here. She said we can help us set up the stove.
Hello, my darling. Hello.
It's been going on for weeks. Of course, I told her. There's no good bottling it up. And she's going to need me, you know, when the other one makes herself scarce. End of the summer. She won't want to lose me.
She won't. But I told you this was going to happen.
Brother.
Oh,
Run, this over to Martin, would you? It's his float.
okay. My heels in this grass. This is just how I always thought it would be.
What? Running a white elephant stall with your lover?
Living here. Being part of the village.
What a bloody week. I've hardly seen you. I love you. I can't bear being without you.
You have to. So do I. I have a family.
I wonder if he knows.
Of course he doesn't. How could he?
He's tuned in. He wants you too, doesn't he?
He always wants what Martin has.
Miss Las Vegas, isn't it? What do you say we go and have a drink together? You and me.
Well, I'm helping on the White Elephant, but I'll see you later, Babs.
Yeah, don't be long. Might lose interest.
I'll take it for Henry's study. That'll teach him to say he has no taste. Normally I'd have asked you to bring Anthony to dinner. Only I had this feeling I'd be fobbed off again.
Who's being fobbed off?
Look, we'll get together soon. After the holidays.
Hold my breath.
tackling the full range of women's issues in the autumn. I'll whip you over a programme. Thank you.
Sold out, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Sold out. Your time is up.
That's excellent. That's what I've got.
You have lovely children, Alice.
Oh, I know. I adore them.
Children gain a great deal from a stable background. There's so much divorce these days. One wonders at people being so selfish. May we meet? Meet? Please, just the two of us. Come to tea at Pitcombe on Thursday. Cloda's driving over to look at the farm again.
Yes, of course. Natasha, James, we've got to go now. Come on. Yes, time to go.
But time to go on the swing. The swings are over there.
Four lagers, certainly. Okay, here's one pint. Yeah, it is. Just gin in one.
Yes. Well, I might as well make a fool of myself here.
Oh, jolly good of you, sir. Well, it's 5 hoops for a pound.
Right, I'll have a pound.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Off we go.
Yes, sir! What a start! Oh, we've done it! Excellent. That's excellent, sir.
Well done, one more.
And one more, and...
Yes! You won the bottle of sherry, sir.
Oh, splendid. Still got a bit of the old skill left.
I'll say.
Is he your boss?
Well, he's my top client, Rafe Unwin.
You call him sir.
Yes, well, I call him Rafe in private. He's okay, actually, quite a decent chap.
Does this, decent chap know about his daughter?
Know what?
She's a dyke. No, a dyke. A lesbian.
What do you mean? Rubbish. Rubbish! How would you know?
Excuse me.
What? Yes, sorry, that's 50p. I'll explain the rules.
No, it's all right. I played it before.
How do you know?
I know. Well, I know because, she's having an affair with Alice.
Alice is my wife.
Yeah, Alice, your wife, is having an affair with Clodagh Unwin.
Oh, shut your fucking mouth! Don't talk such utter bloody shit. Go on, get out. Go on, just go now.
No one but you could have possibly lived with that setup and not noticed.
Because it's a lie. You made this up because you want her.
I don't want her. She's no good to me.
You liar. You bloody liar. Get out. Go on, get out.
I'm going. I can't leave this place fast enough. Merry England. Suits you, though.
I told you.
She did it. She did this to us.
No. I wanted it.
Temperley wouldn't have entered your head. She wormed her way in here.
You encouraged her. You wanted her at the start.
She told you that?
She didn't have to. It was obvious.
I could never reach you, could I? I remember taking you out to dinner, thinking, I'm going to ask her to marry me.
I was longing to. But I didn't. I was so happy. I wanted that feeling to last forever. So that was the only time I ever really had the upper hand.
Oh, Martin. I did love you. I do love you.
But not in love.
No. Never with anyone.
Till now.
Till now. Everything that was missing from my life. Suddenly there.
Sex with a woman, that was what was missing from your life.
Wasn't just because she was a woman.
Why didn't you let my brother screw you then?
What? Oh. Because I feel nothing for him. It isn't only sex.
No.
No. No.
I'll be in the spare room.
I'm afraid, Clodagh. He's so wounded.
It's not the betrayal. His manhood's threatened.
You don't know. You can't say that. I do love him.
Alice, you love me.
Why didn't you just stay quiet? You could have lied. We could have said Anthony was being malicious. Nobody had any proof. You could have lied.
Why should we lie? Listen, what we did was no worse than what Martin wanted to do with me. Why shouldn't he know? Trust me.
Come here. Bitch.
Martin?
You bitch. Come and show me what you did with her.
What are you saying? No.
No, I'm gonna have you, Alice. I want you for a change.
No.
I'm gonna have you.
Please, Martin. No!
I don't care if you're tired and off colour and you just don't feel like it. I'm gonna have you.
No! Please, Martin, no! Oh. Oh. Hit me. He tried to force himself on me.
Is he alone now with the children?
Clodagh's there. I rang her before I left.
Oh, Alice. Alice, was that wise?
Wise? She's my friend. She's my support. She loves me.
It's a love of which I can't approve. And she came between you and Martin.
No. She made everything better. Happier.
She offered short-term, selfish pleasure. And there are innocent victims.
I was the victim, but
Oh, I don't know. I suspect you were much like the rest of us. Plodding on. Now, the doctor first, I think, and then perhaps your mother-in-law.
Get out of my house.
I told Alice I'd be here for the children.
I'm very tired.
Alice, put the children in the car now. Let's go.
I can't.
You can't go on living here with him. You don't want this life.
Mummy, what's the matter with Daddy? Why is the doctor here?
Darling, he's just not feeling very well.
Gwen, thank you. Thank you for coming in on a Sunday.
I'm always willing to help out with the kiddies.
Where's my son?
He's in the drawing room now.
And my daughter-in-law?
She took Charlie for a walk.
Granny! Granny!
Come.
Clodagh, you've been out? Did I hear the telephone in the night?
I've been at the Grey House.
No trouble, is there?
Yes, there is, actually.
Is it to do with the incident at the fete? Martin's brother?
Yes.
Well, you're going to enlighten us?
Martin's brother Anthony made an allegation. Well, it wasn't so much an allegation as a factual description. Anyway, Martin didn't like it.
And what was this factual description?
That Alice Jordan and I are having an affair.
What are you saying? You and Martin Jordan having an affair? I thought you had more sense and common decency.
Not Martin, Alice. Alice and I are having a love affair.
You're distressing your mother and me. You're upsetting us.
No, I'm telling you the truth, please, please. Let me talk about it. You have to know.
Know what?
What I am.
You're just being melodramatic, demanding attention. You're being disgusting.
He adores you.
I had to tell him the truth.
Why?
Because you'd have heard gossip, rumors.
We'd have coped. I'd have shielded him. Of course, it's too much to expect you to consider anyone but yourself.
Martin?
Oh, Mother, you're here.
Alice and I talked on the phone. I've come to take you home with me.
I'd like that.
And the children. I've arranged for us all to drive to Cornwall.
Cornwall? Oh, yes, the holiday. I've forgotten. Terrific.
Not Alice, of course. She'll stay behind. I thought it's best she had time to sort things out. What has she done to you, my poor darling? How can you live with yourself after this, Alice?
Why then? You bring me back some shells.
Why are we going to Granny's first? And why won't you come?
Told you, Tashi. some things I have to do. James, you look after Daddy now, okay?
My notice. And a note of what you owe me.
Give us half, will you? And I make that a gin and bitter lemon.
Gin? Bit early for you, isn't it?
No, well, I've had a shock.
All right, it's bad without the children. But at least it gives us time to make plans.
Once we've decided what to do.
We could all live at Windover if you like. I'll sell it. We'll go to France, to the south. You'll paint, the children will get brown, speak French like the locals.
Don't know anything about the children. They have schools, friends, routines, things they get used to.
We'll teach them something better.
You sent Anthony to cause trouble.
I didn't send him, and he didn't cause trouble. Alice is having an affair.
Marriages survive affairs, for God's sake.
It's not just an affair.
Yes, it is. It's Alice protesting.
What's Alice got to protest about?
The fact that you ran her life from the moment Martin brought her here.
How dare you? What do you know about anything?
If she'd been cherished by a considerate, tender man, this would never have happened. You saw to it that neither of our sons were considerate or tender where women were concerned.
If it was so bad, why didn't you leave? You've stayed with me for 40 years.
For the last 15 of which I've had a mistress.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. I'd like a word with Michelle, please, Mrs. Finch. Is she here?
And I'd like a word with you, Mrs. Jordan.
Oh.
Michelle is working in the shop today, Mrs. Jordan, but her mother would rather she doesn't work for you.
Really? I wonder why.
Gwen has her reasons. Please don't ask me to spell them out.
I see. Well, perhaps you'll deliver these for me. One for Gwen and one for Michelle is what I owe them. And you can tell Gwen she needn't worry. Michelle will be quite safe. I shall shop elsewhere from now on.
Well, that's just as well. I've lived a bit, Mrs. Jordan. There isn't much I haven't seen. I am not one to judge, but I'm telling you that in not judging, I am very rare. Very rare indeed.
Mrs. Jordan, Alice! Alice! They're arseholes, the lot of them, just petty arseholes. You
notice. I'm going, I am. I can get a job at Dorothy Perkins in town. I'm leaving the whole friggin' lot of them. Sod my mum. You take care now. Anything you want, you let me know.
Thanks. Thanks, Michelle. Martin rang this morning.
Oh, you didn't speak to him?
He's my husband.
Alice, he tried to rape you.
He was out of his mind then. We sent him out of his mind.
Are you defending him?
I understand him. I lived with him for 10 years. I had his children. I love him.
But you'll never be happy without me. You won't paint, you won't live.
Don't do this. I need to be alone while I think.
No.
At least until the children come home.
No, I won't have it.
Well, you must. This is hard for me too.
Clodagh, don't you think it's time you took yourself off and let Alice try and repair the damage?
That's the official line, is it? My parents have spoken.
And at the moment, your parents are incapable of rational thought, let alone speech. Especially your father.
I brought her to life. I made her happy. We love each other. If I can't have Alice, I'll die.
What kind of love is that? It wasn't love to start with, was it? It was one of your games and it all went wrong.
You can't imagine the pain.
I think you have the monopoly on pain. You're a spoilt, arrogant girl.
Good morning, and welcome to our morning service. We begin by singing the hymn 290, Through All the Changing Scenes of Life, in Trouble and in Joy. Alice, are you well?
Thank you, Peter.
Bless you.
I'm here because, well, frankly, Henry and I had words over breakfast.
Words?
No, I went on a bit about not being able to stick what you and Clodagh got up to.
And Henry?
I mean, what for, really? Did a whole big number about boys at his school who fell for each other because they were lonely and unfulfilled. Well, they're all straight as dies now. Well, I said you weren't lonely and unfulfilled.
I was.
Oh, well, good for Henry. Anyway, he said I should just bloody well get over here and tell you we're still friends.
You don't seem convinced.
Oh, Alice.
Oh, hi. Just a quick call to let you know you can count on Jerry and me in all this. You're not alone, Alice. Don't imagine you are.
Oh, well, thanks, Rosie.
Heavens. Jerry and I have any number of gay friends. One of them's our youngest's godfather. We see it as perfectly natural.
Well,
I do want to say that if you and your partner felt you could share your experience with the Village Wives group, I'm sure you'd discover far more sympathy and support than you'd ever have thought possible. Think about it. Bye.
Oh, do it, Alice. Tell all to the Village Wives and report back.
Well, you should come with me. She probably thinks I've moved on to you by now anyway.
That's more like it.
Lunch, soon.
Oh, just say the word.
Mummy!
Oh, darling. Oh, I've missed you. Mwah. Mwah. What have you been doing? Couldn't we start again? We could move, sell the house. We could go where nobody knows what has happened. It would all be in the past, everything. Children could come first. If we both put them first.
I want to, but I can't. I can never live with you again, Alice. Not after what you've done. Mother thinks I should fight for custody of the children. I could live here.
Is that what you want?
No. No, I think they need you.
Thank you, Martin. Well, seems like a terrific holiday. I love the shells. Were the donkeys there this year?
James peed in his bed every night. No, I didn't. Shut up. Why did you tell us? Time
did
to grow
you?
up.
It's all right. It's all right. Calm down.
Will Daddy come home when he's better?
No.
Why?
Because things are going to be a bit different. There's a lot to sort out.
I've decided. I'm selling everything. We're getting out.
You haven't asked me what I've decided.
You need me.
I want you.
Need. If you don't have me, you'll stop living.
So you keep saying...
Please, please, Alice, have some pity. If I can't have you, I'll kill myself.
We've got to stop this. All this not sleeping and crying and giving each other agony, it's got to end.
But I love you.
you. I love you more than I've ever loved anyone. But it's got to end. I have to lose you, please, Clodagh. Everyone's lost something in this. Wherever you go, I'll find you. I'll come after you. I'll never forgive you if you do.
I'm frightened.
Nobody's frightened round here.
Singing aye, yippee, yippee, aye. Singing aye, yippee, yippee, aye. Yippee, yippee, aye, yippee, yippee, aye. She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes.
When she comes.
She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes.
When she comes.
She'll be wearing